Hello, how are you guys doing? Sorry for the late stream. We'll go a little bit, we'll go the normal like 2-ish hours as a result. But how are you guys doing? I'm doing good. Page goal is page 3,974. Also, the narrative about to get a little fucky. Good to know. Thank you for that. My username sucks. I said I was gonna stream yesterday, and I was gonna do Homestuck yesterday, and then I didn't. I apologize for that. Food was good. Food was very good. Thank you. I know, just the sudden end to the music. It was my dad retired yesterday, and so we couldn't actually like meet up. So we just did like a phone call thing, but I wasn't sure how long he wanted to talk, but I did want to talk to him yesterday, especially with everything that's going on in the world. Like, pretty fucking huge deal that my dad, who's in that age range, is able to step away from his job and be okay. So it's like, sorry, that's more important to me than, and he's been working that job since before I was born. He's doing great. He's doing fine. He was exhausted because his boss said his job was important, and it's like, you can stop. Why the wolves? Because it's a good meme. Thank you, Jerated, for the 3 months of support. About to get stuck in some homes. So, I mean, that's just the way it is right now. Everyone is either, not working, or they have an essential job that's probably not actually essential. And it's like, I don't know. It was a different Wolves one, yeah. You missed chat talking about Noah's nipples. No, I saw chat talking about like humanized versions of Noah, and that was regrettable. Anyway, so where are we at? What has been happening? So there's like two different fights going on, and they're, I guess, paralleling each other. Yeah. So today is supposed to be, April Fool's Day, and I'm not doing anything for it. April Fool's Day was apparently canceled this year, which I wasn't aware was a thing that could happen, but it happened. So instead, I just spent today working on like Town of Nowhere stuff and Goblin Core music. So happy April Fool's Day. Easter's also apparently getting canceled, which is a little bit confusing because that's a holiday about a guy who left a room that he was supposed to be in. And people looked for him, and he wasn't there. And then he was like, "No, guess what? I'm all right." And then he wasn't dead. So Jesus just has to stay dead this year. It's sort of like Groundhog's Day, except for with Jesus. Thank you for the Homestuck bits there. Stop talking now. Make sure you got this. Is the only way to see this. Okay, yeah. Let me go ahead and just copy paste that over here. Did that save it? Okay, cool. I got it. Anyway, where are we at? All right, Vriska, wait. Oops, hold on. Do you guys actually have the screen? Okay, you do. Good. Chat room sometimes will restart like that. I don't know what that is. Hey, are you there? I did what you said, but I can't tell if it worked. Hello? You didn't fly off to fight Jack yet, did you? I hope not. Anyway, all that stuff you said sounds fun to me. I have Hells of Cage flicks in my library. Oh, wow. He's actually into it. I was like, who the fuck is this? I'm not used to his text being like dark blue on, black. Jodo Fire, thank you for the sub. That's very kind of you. I was thinking about it when I was using that GIF. The number of people that I've met and become friends with through Homestuck is like I've made like 2 new friends because of Homestuck. And I feel like that's probably the real Homestuck experience, is bonding over, like, whatever the fuck this shit is. So that's cool. That's neat. I think that is part of it, because it's so, like, incredibly fucking niche that if you don't get this, if you don't enjoy this, then, you know, you basically stop reading it, or you're part of an out group. But because of that, anyone who is reading it is very much into the same weird collection of bullshit. So I think that's how it works. I think that's, I mean, it's sort of like anything like that, but it's just a hyper specific thing, hobby. Anyway, all that stuff you said sounds fun to me. I have hells of Cage flicks in my library. I don't even care that you're an alien. You see, Cage is a universal constant, which unites us all. Well, if you haven't flown away, I will look forward to your message in the future. It would be nice to talk about all that stuff that happened. Anyway, bye. Oh, God. Hey. Oh, my fucking hell. This is so insanely awkward and sad. What is? Hang on. Am I into Homestuck? I don't know if that's the right wording. I'm enjoying the experience of reading it. I don't know if I'm enjoying reading it. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like, I'm enjoying what happens because I'm reading it. So they're still having the fight with Jack. So far that's like, what, 3-0 for Jack? So probably not best to fight him. Hey, Karkat. That was you? Where's Vriska? She what? Shit. I feel like an asshole for reading this whole thing. What whole thing? You mean what she wrote? Yeah. Why are you swooping around on her computer? Because, wow, okay. So let me ask, did you both actually like each other? Like, I mean, something vaguely resembling actual genuine mutual sentiment or whatever, not some lopsided pining bullshit? What are you talking about it? Did you like her, you windsock-headed shitmouth? Is what I'm asking. Well, yeah, why? Really? Really, bro? Like, does John know what he's referring to? Please say April Fools. Okay, that's fine. Then we'll talk about that later. Talk about what? I need you to be able to think straight. We have important shit to go over. I don't have much time. John, like, does he mean? Okay, but like, does he mean like he likes her? Like, does John think that Karkat was asking, do you like her as a friend? Because that's oh, I need to actually Auto Harley. How is she stopping the blade? John knows. Oh, he had a crush on her the whole time. Wait. I know that Vriska just asked him to date, but John is also, like, as dense as a box of rocks. Like, I don't trust. Oh, right, because... Right, of course. Also, what is going on? Oh, he's punching. But because it's flashing, I can't differentiate. I don't know if these greens are supposed to be different enough for me to be able to differentiate them, but only when it flashes at certain points I can actually see it. They should exploit the whole can't hurt Jade part. All right, like what? Plans? What plans? Never mind that. So basically, Karkat is like, I'm not going to tell him about her being dead because if I do, then he might not actually do what I need him to do right now, and it's really fucking critical that he does what I need. So that's some Vriska shit right there. Barrier Trio, thank you for the gift sub. A tier 3 sub, holy fuck. Thanks, dude. Yeah, now you can use the daddy emote, so I enjoy that shit. Leave now. I'll contact you in a while once you've landed. Landed where? Lohawk, obviously. Oh, obviously. Well, how else do you think you're going to get this cause the scratch, idiot? Do you even have any clue what's going on? I thought Dave was going to do that. Do you have any clue what's going on? Wait, of course you don't. You're wearing pajamas and giggling at clouds like each one is shaped like the rudest bit of naked anatomy a human can recognize. No, I'm not. I mean, yes, I'm wearing some pretty nice pajamas, but I know lots of things, like about the tumor, which I already have recovered. Wait, I mean, the tumor. Wait, fuck. I mean, screw it. You know, the big bomb and the other stuff. I was like, is it really color 000? And some other stuff like I'm totally in the loop. Great, awesome. Now get going. Well, so I have to cause scratch, huh? Thank you for the 200 bits. I'll check the VOD later, but I saw you were live and I just wanted to throw you some bits. Well, thank you, Frozen, today. It was very kind of you. That was supposed to be pure black. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I don't... I guess is that hexadecimal? My hex knowledge is not good. Great, awesome. Now get going. So I have to cause a scratch. Okay, I'm done here. Talk to you in 1 second. For me, one long-windedly fucking journey for you. Okay, hi. Wait, was that the entire journey? I mean, that is something convenient. With as, like, loose of a cannon as Karkat is... 000 is pure black. FFF is... Yeah, I remember the FFF thing. But, I think that is intentional because he's like, wait, fuck. Like, screw it, you know, the big bomb. Like, he fucked it up. And it mentions that. So. Oh, God. What the fuck is this? Red shit? Okay, I can't. Oh, these are like combo attacks, like a la Final Fantasy. Okay, cool, fine. Let's get down to business. Are you going to ask me how my journey was? No. It was really long and windy, and it was a lot of fun. It was like flying, but so much fun. Oh, I bet it's just the biggest fucking blast a guy can have without a pair of shame globes secured to his 2 trembling fists. You haven't tried it? Every douche got to fly but me. Even the... Is that an okay word? Yeah. It's a Karkat word. It's one of those, like, ones that's, like, borderline. May rest in peace, I fucking guess. I think that one's fine, but I'm just gonna keep going. We'll readdress it next time it comes up. Hopefully it won't, and then we don't have to address it ever again. It's one of those things that just... it's... Like, I've got a lot of, like, fucking health problems, so that puts me in that category, so I guess I can say that, but you know what I mean? I don't know. Retired Banana, thank you for the 5 months of support. That's very kind of you. Let's see. Every douche got to fly but me. Wait, is he the guy who Vriska killed? Oh, you actually know about that? You know what? I give up the fuck trying to understand you and her. Why? Egbert, goddammit. Will you shut your mouth and listen? Okay, but is something wrong? What? A while ago you talked to me and it sounded like you were in danger and it sounded like people would die, but you never told me what happened, and then you got distracted by a bunch of crazy stuff. Oh yeah, something is wrong, or was. A bunch of us died. The end. I don't really want to talk about it. Welcome to Homestuck. You will regret your stay. Because I'm reading Homestuck. If I had music going under this, I'd be less hesitant to use anything like that. That's the main line for me. Is because it'd be so easy to edit anything I'm saying right now out of context. And then in this context, it's fine. But in other contexts, it's not. I've read most of Problem Sleuth. Most of us died. Yeah, no, that was accurate. Oh, are you sure? Yes. I'm not just sure. The clock was rapidly ticking down to something we're calling the critical moment. No, I don't know what that is. So close your reeking question, geyser, before it asks. Oh God. But I'm your friend, aren't I? Oh God. Well, John, I cannot handle talking about it. Okay, I'm just done. Dealing with Gamzee. I'm feeling pretty emotional about it, so please no. Who is Gamzee? He was my best friend. Really? I thought that was Trizzy was your best friend. Or wait, maybe she's your girlfriend? I forget. My think pan, it hurts. He fucked the goblins. He did fuck the goblins. You're right. Did I ever get the copyright claim on Karkalicious cleared? Nope. I just did the remove song thing, which just makes it sort of sound like it ran through a dishwasher, which is just kind of awful. But it works. Convincing UMG of anything is a completely worthless fight. Like, you do not win against UMG. UMG will copyright claim you for shit that you made. If I took a video of me licking the carpet in my apartment, right, and the sound from that somehow pulled up fucking, I don't know, R. Kelly music, I don't know, then they're gonna copyright it, and they're gonna be like, yeah, no, this is a tune from the closet or whatever, and it's gonna be like, fuck, I guess it is. I mean, it was complete void. If I go to the fucking void of space, they're gonna be like, that's actually 10 minutes 33 seconds, and we own the copyright to that too. And it's like, you fucker. Would ever consider listening to other Homestuck fan songs on stream? I've listened to 2. I hated both of them. And you're telling me they're good ones. This is... You're 0 for 2 on that one, man. I don't know about that. It's not even copyright law. It's just YouTube being exploited by a company that does not give a shit. Anyway, where was I? Sorry, I don't mean to be nosy, but I know a lot of things about your situation. I'm concerned. Presently threatening to make me its bitch, John. Is that what you want? Do you want to cool your alien pal? You want your cool alien pal to become the bitch of a raw, throbbing think pan? Such a scenario is before us. Sorry, I didn't mean to be nosy. I just wanted to know some things about your situation. I'm concerned. Gamzee was a very good friend who was this goofy, lovable bullshit clown until he went psycho and killed some people. I liked him a lot. I don't know. I guess my best friend is really just the guy who I happen to be feeling the most sentimental about at this moment. Is that a fucking crime? Heh, no. Well, I think I know how you feel. So he killed some people, and then what? So then it's okay, you can tell me. John, trust me, you won't understand. This is just a troll thing. Humans won't get it. He might think I was a shithead, and I can't deal with that right now on top of everything, so let's drop it. If you say so. Oh, I can't believe I almost forgot. I've been dying to know since I left the battlefield. Do you know if Rose is okay? Did it work? Please listen to a Flemmick song. Okay, well, how about this? Y'all fight about it, and at the end of this, we'll consider it. Do what every other YouTuber does and claim your own videos. That's a really complicated process, and getting in contact with the person who would help me with that is not really a huge thing. Important banner next. Yeah, so Jade is actually... So I think this is the first one where Jade is actually going on the offense. And that's a problem, because if Jade's going on the offense, then maybe Jack goes, well, maybe fuck you. She's fine. She woke up alive on Durst. Really? That's the rule, John. If you kiss a dead player in time, they have their dream selves take over, assuming they still have one. Oh, wow. It's incredible you reach God tier status without even understanding the more mundane means of resurrection available. Wait, your unfailing cluelessness makes it the opposite of incredible. My mistake. So, wait, John didn't understand. What the fuck, John? How are you alive? So I guess it would not have worked on my dad then, but or Rose's mom. No, but that's exactly what I wanted to picture happening behind the black curtain, John. You snogging your dead hatted man Lussus. Thanks for that mental image. Or Rose's adult mom Lussus. Maybe a dead woman sweeps your senior is more your cup of sauce, since apparently you're not a homosexual or whatever that means, not even to speak of your race's absurd qualms with the notion of incest, which, again, still sort of thing that wondering how that can even be a thing. Okay, I'm gonna back that sentence up. Since apparently you're not gay, whatever that means. I haven't gotten to Pest Request yet. I need to finish this. I haven't read this before. Not even to speak of your race's absurd qualms with the notion of incest. Okay. So, Karkat says, apparently you're not gay, whatever that is, and apparently you're not okay with banging your mom? Or dad? What? Is he... What the fuck? I guess they're all related to one. Okay, yeah, okay. That's true. Is that your game, Egbert? Do you have your eye on Madame Londelay? Have you been waiting for a convenient resurrection opportunity to bust out your most passionate smooch motifs kept in reserve in front of her dead female offspring? No less. Just shameful. Well, she is a really pretty lady, but she seems really an appropriate thing to be thinking. That seems like a really inappropriate thing to think about, Karkat. You don't say. No, what are we even talking about anymore? I don't know. I was pretty, frankly, upset about finding them dead in the Magic Castle. The dark blue text on black is kind of a bitch. But I guess I was wondering aloud if something could have been done, or maybe to talk about it without angry tirades being involved. Exactly, you were barking down the tragedy lane, and we've got to stamp out that garbage. We can't have you getting all morose while we got many irons in the fire. Fuck, loaded phrase. Forget I said that. Just calm your shit up and forget your stupid guardian, like I did with my dear crab monster custodian, who I adored in no way whatsoever. You're being a douche. Wait, what am I saying? You are always a douche. You are always a douche. Yes, thank you. Your dad was a crab monster? Shut the fuck up. We were talking about something important. Rose, remember? Yes, she's waiting on Durst for your bomb to be delivered. It will arrive safely a little later. Oh, great. How do you know it gets there? Jade told me. Doodly Firms. Oh, I need to make sure I'm reading these too. Oh, okay. Now you're thinking with portals. So which is this a really actually important, Dave? Is this important, or is this just a Dave? Because they seem to die a lot, and I don't know as if I actually should feel something right now. Sorry, it's all Dudley Firms. So, okay, just to be clear, there's 3 different things happening. That's the Alpha Dave. Oh, that's actually bad. That's actually upsetting then. Fuck. Hey, Mama Cooney, thank you for the 45 months of support. How you guys doing? Don't even get started with that shit. I was streaming with Mike the other day, and people were like, it's Karkat, and I'm like, don't you even start with this. And then he was like, who's Karkat? And I'm like, he's a fucking guy who yells all the time and curses, and he just does it as a way to deal with like his emotional problems. He's like, oh, that actually sounds like me. And I'm like, don't do this, Mike. Don't do this. You don't know what you're saying. Jade, from further ahead on your timeline, before my piece of shit clown bro made everything terrible here, she and I were hammering out these plans. I talked to her across pretty much the full spread of her timeline until the scratch starts and the feed cuts out. I have a sense of the whole picture here. It's my job now to put some things into motion. That's cool. It's nice to hear you were working together. I should pester Jade and see what she's up to. You should sit your ass tight and do the fuck what I tell you the fuck to fucking do. Oh, anyway, she and Dave have a lot of frog breeding, accelerating the process significantly by exploiting time travel, with help from me and Kanea, since we were in charge of frog duties in our session. Frog duties? Wait, which one is Kanea again? Don't interrupt. I'm following a train of thought. Okay, so Kanea is my other best friend. She was the hero of space like Jade, which means that she's the stoker of the forge and basically in charge of frogs, which sounds ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. And I know you breeding the right frog to make the universe you want to make, which is a long, arduous process, and I kind of fucked it up in my game. But that's a whole other story, which I can get into later. Chat is spamming now. Thank you. That's a weird thing to do, but in any other context. She and Dave ran to the Jack, which I'm sure he must have saw coming because I never seen anyone exploit time travel so shamelessly as him. Not even Ardea. Ardea? Another dead troll. Who cares? Stop frowning. She was already dead before she died. Yeah. I mean, yeah, a little bit of like, what am I supposed to be feeling about that? Trolls are weird. She and Dave fought with him for a while, and long story short, he died. What? But it's fine. I guess that was his plan, like some kind of bizarre last stand, even if he didn't tell Jade that he was pretty freaked out until I talked to her through it. Did she kiss him too? You're not supposed to kiss her, You're not supposed to kiss her, Mr. Noir. You're supposed to kill her. Corpse smooch combo. 2 times? Is that 2 times? What is that? I cannot read that number. That looks like a 2, but I count at least 3, so that's 1, 2, possibly 4? Times 2 times 2. So there's 2 times 2 combos. Okay, so it actually happens then. That's the important bit, is whether or not this is a 2 times and this is a 2 time. If those are 2 times 2 times, then it's 4 and everyone's okay. Probably. Yeah, right there. Well, Jack was watched like a fucking creep, but it worked. OMG Karkat. It's like your shitty shipping grid is coming true right before our very eyes. Remember when you made that ugly thing? Who the fuck cares about shipping? Hold up. That's going on the chart. There we go. All right, cool. And just go ahead and copy and paste. There we go. Where can we put this? I should probably put this over near the grid. Okay. I don't think I need to know who the red team or the blue team is anymore, but it's like not the time to be dealing with that. I'm going to stretch it and make it look like ass. There we go. There we go. Perfect. All right. Can we do we have any room? We might need to make more room for stuff. I had a dream that I had a theory about how the moon landing was fake. Like, not that the moon landing itself was fake, but that the moon is fake and therefore that the moon landing was fake because of it. I just thought I'd share that. I saw this thing down here and I was like, that's another dumb theory. I don't remember the full content of it, or I'd explain it further. But what if the moon was fake? And so they invented the moon in order to land on it. So, like, the moon wasn't a thing until they were like, no, it's real, guys. to try and keep up the charade that they had. That's a legit conspiracy. People actually believe that? That was the dumbest shit I could come up with. Why do people believe that? It's so fucking stupid. I feel like the dumbest thing I think of should not be a thing that other people believe. You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't be able to come up with something so insanely stupid that there's no way it's a thing, and then Google it and find that it is. Hold up. I know I'm supposed to be reading this, but the moon isn't real. They made it after the moon landing. Okay, I need to get rid of the moon landing thing. The moon isn't real. Let's see what happens when I Google that. The universe is an egg and the moon isn't real. Notes from a Flat Earth conference. Like, so how does that work out? Like, when you look up at the sky at night and you see the entire fucking moon, do you go, hey, that's not real. Fake news. Like, imagine that. Imagine going outside, looking up at the moon, and be like, nah, that shit ain't real. You got to get 45 or more pages. Right. So 45 pages from where I started was, I'm just going to do the math. 3, 8, 6, 4... plus what did we figure out? 45 pages? I think it was 45. 3,909. Okay. 3,909. That's where we're trying to get to tonight. I feel like that's possible. Look up all gas, no brakes, flat earth con, and they document it very well. Some people think the moon is a hologram. What? Okay, sorry. I'm getting distracted by flat Earth theory and how dumb it is. Like, what do you call a flat Earth convention if you hate that name? Like, let's imagine you believe in flat Earth theory. And you're like, everyone from around the globe is coming here to talk about how the world isn't round. What do we call this? The Global Flat Earth Conference? Discworld Con? A bunch of people who are into like fantasy novels are going to be very upset when they show up. I like how you censored the word global. What do you think about the people who think the world is basically a Matrix server? Like, it reminds me of the people who think that, like, Avatar should be real. Not that it is, but it should be. You know? I read the first half of that, Maku, and I was like, oh my... Or Marcus? Wow, I fucked up your name something fierce. I read the first half of that, and I'm like, oh no. Quarantine isn't real. It's to keep the people inside while the government changes the batteries on birds. Yeah, they got a really long, like, battery life, but eventually they got to, like, switch them out every, like, I don't know, 100 years or so. Yeah, right there, while Jack watched like a fucking creep, but it works. It's like you're, who cares about shipping or my ludicrous stranglehold over the topics concerning romance? I'm still talking. He woke up alive on Durst and met with Rose. And that was the end of the line for Alpha Dave, to my knowledge. He doesn't time travel after that, and he and Rose stay in Durst waiting for the bomb until you start the scratch. I can't see either of them because of the blackout lingering around Rose for whatever reason. Nobody knows what's up with that. Regardless, his job is to plot the course through the ring and find the sun. When he does, either he or Rose will deliver the bomb. I don't know which. Yeah, it's... That... Are we replacing our birds in Europe? Yeah, it's a global conspiracy. All governments across the entire round flat Earth are switching out their batteries on their birds. Why do you think that the fucking queen has geese that she owns? It's because those have the biggest batteries, because they're big ass birds. It's why you're not allowed to own them. Geese aren't birds. This is an interesting theory you've got going, and I hate to figure out where it goes, but I'm going to just continue reading and ignoring that. Alright. Oh, okay. So no, he's back here now. Okay. Okay, I really hate that I had to follow 3 different plot lines all at once for the last few pages. That was not fun. Alright. No, I don't have our dream selves left. Whoever goes will be risking their life for good, won't they? Yes, that would be the logical extension of those facts, yes. This is unacceptable. Could I do it? I'm apparently immortal because of being god tier business, so the bomb probably wouldn't kill me. Okay, but you don't think that there's a remote possibility that going on a suicide mission to save all of reality would count as a heroic death? Yeah, I was gonna say, that sounds pretty heroic, so that's how you could die. Maybe I could try to not be brave about it while I do it. You asshole, of course you'd be brave. That tends to be what happens when you do something really courageous. Yeah, well, yeah, part of bravery is doing it even though you're scared. So being scared actually makes it even more heroic. John, leave the thinking up to someone else. Like, as much as I hate to put all of this weight on Karkat's shoulders, if anyone's, don't try and think. You're not good at it. Like, practice it some other time, but not right now when it's important. Yeah, I'm going to do about 2-ish hours as per normal. It's just, I started later, and I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I don't really want to lose anybody else at all. It's just how it is. I've lost my friends for way more pointless reasons, and you're all out of options here. You'd be risking just as much as they would, and they're much better qualified to handle the mission as Durst dreamers. Jade's dream self is dead too. She's out. Or she'd be more specific. Her dream self is an overly emotional dog who went off whimpering somewhere. I'm pretty sure she'll be completely useless. Okay. Didn't she aspect herself? Or whatever? Doesn't that make Jack part Jade? If Jade fell romantically in love with someone, would that provide them the same protection? Am I high? That only applies before entry. Okay, never mind. I was like, maybe we could exploit this and just, like, throw some random ass garbage in there. Like, I don't know, fucking, like, eggshells? And, not glass. That would hurt if you broke it. Alcohol? Things that just make it really useless. Use tissues. Yeah, just make it really fucking, like, functionally useless. That was literally their plan before Vriska fucked it up. I don't think they knew anything about this before Vriska fucked it up. It's kind of fucked up that the game's just like, I hope you figure this out. Yeah, she mentioned something about that when she prototyped her dream self. Like, what happened to that? She doesn't like to talk about it. It's kind of a sore subject. Why? I think she's selfish and completely hysterical, and I guess she hates the part of herself she represents. But I mean, the thing that is that she spent a long time being dead and moved on, and it's not like you can just bring someone back and expect them to not give a shit about all that stuff you think is important. I I've tried to tell her Sprite self is probably nowhere near as despicable as she is making out with herself to be. I mean, herself out to you know what I mean. Look, what I'm saying is we've all got our flaws, even her, and I like how we've all got flaws, even her, not even me, you know. And we've all got that shit she's given me on this very subject. She keeps herself dangling from a very high hook. Oh, making out with her. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Chat just mentioned that this is weird, and then I reread it, and then it was weird. Because they were like Freudian slip, and I'm like, did I say something fucking weird? She keeps herself dangling from a very high hook. She'd be doing me a major personal solid by making at least some attempts to get herself off. I mean, wait, what the fuck did I just say? I mean, wow. I meant let herself off the hook, the fucking hook. It's a figure of goddamn speech. Raise his eyebrows. Put those back down before my hot acid rage breath burns them off your idiotic face. Okay, I'm putting them back down as not suggestively as possible. What are we even talking? What are we even talking about? It wasn't this. Whatever this is. What is this? What this is? It's nothing, you shit. It has been the conversational equivalent of us whistling through snort barrels while touching each other inappropriately. Was that another weird erotic slip of the tongue? No, that was me being worked up into ridiculously fucking conniption, saying something inflammatory. God, how does that not have to be clear by now? Yeah, I mean, we gotta say, when you gotta save the universe, but you're also a dumbass teen. It's what prompted me to read this. I agreed to read one page for like every $25 raised for the Pediatric Cancer Research Foundation. And in order for me to actually continue to be able to do that fundraiser, I have to keep up with the things that I promised to do, which is reading the entirety of this and watching all of JoJo, which is completely unrelated, but a different thing that I decided to do as well. It's nothing, you shit. No, that was me being worked up into this ridiculous fucking conniption and saying something inflammatory. God, how does it not clear to you by now? Okay, well, what I'm getting from this, aside from the possibility that Jay may or may not have kissed Dog Jade at some point, is that neither of them will be able to help with the bomb plan. That's exactly right. The pajama prodigy used his puzzle sponge today. Besides, Jade is responsible for other important parts of our plan. For one thing, you'll have to wait for her to send you to the code for the quills. She can't scratch the mesa. You can't scratch the mesa without them. Abigail, happy birthday. It's Abigail's birthday today. We got her from the shelter, and she was born in the shelter, so we know actually when she was born. And it's Abby's first birthday. Hi, Abby. Is she an April Fool? She's a little bit of a April Fool, but it's okay. Besides, Jade is probably responsible for other important parts of the plan. And for one thing, you'll have to wait for her to send you the code for the quills. You can't scratch the mesa without them. She definitely, she got them from her denizen, which, or will later on in the timeline, now that she's lit the forge and woke the monsters up. Yeah, aren't those really tough to kill, guys? Yeah. Did she kill them? Hell if I know. Her explanation for the entire encounter boiled down to, I quote, shenanigans. Line for infuriatingly vague. Anyway, after she gives that to you, she has to go through with the rest of her plan, which is to make sure that you all survive after the scratch, minus one of the Durst Dreamers, of course. The plan revolves around some really baffling hand-wavy mumbo-jumbo, which I don't really understand, but she told me that to trust her about it because the info came from a really reliable informant. Whined for smug tool. Involves something to do with a yellow lawn ring, which isn't the human word for it. It's just the word is dumb, and I feel dumb for saying it. Word for what? I guess your entire escape plan somehow pivots critically around an unwatered piece of residential property. It doesn't really matter what it means. Jade says that she has this figured out. Okay, so Jade has made out a deal with Scratch, and this won't go to shit. Ray Skids, thank you for the host. I have a feeling that, like, I know what Cascade's going to be like just from reading this page. I have a feeling it's actually all of this, but obviously I don't want to know for sure. Okay, well, what about this? Since she is mortal and I am not, sort of, and I don't need to do the Scratch for a while, can you help her? Well, maybe she could use her protection. Maybe that is what Dave was trying to do. What he was when he temporarily died. Remember, Jack is still on the loose, and he killed Rose and Dave once, and me twice. No. Sweet bleeding Gigas, Egbert. You keep bragging about your immortality, then brainlessly announce plans going off about doing something heroic. You're going to have the shortest lifespan of any immortal in history. Sorry. Besides, that's a total non-issue. Jack wouldn't hesitate to stab you again, but he wouldn't hurt Jade for some reason. If anything, you could use her as protection. Really? I never noticed when looking through her timeline earlier. It wasn't until I was talking to her in those time frames and she told me that he keeps following her around. I can see him off in the distance in some frames, just lurking there, shadowing her movements. If I go back and look at all of those fucking frames of Jade, am I going to see him in the background? Because I swear to fucking God. Am I silent? I think I asked something for... Cascade is going to be for 413. Yep. Alright. Because it said frames, which leads me to believe that that's going to be a thing. He lingers around her until the Scratch begins and I lose the feed. Never once doing anything threatening. She says she just thinks it's because Jack is inherently loyal of her... inherited the loyalty of her Lussus. If she's right, I guess her Lussus really did offer her the most protection possible by prototyping itself, albeit dooming us all, the idiot. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. Sadly, he holds no such loyalty for any of us here. He regards us all as ripe for the repeated skewering. Oh, fuck. Maybe we should have just all dressed like Jade? I can't believe this stroke of genius only occurred to me now. I don't think he'd be fooled. Jogs have pretty good senses of smell. That it was a motherfucking joke. I can hear? Okay, some people can hear, other people can't. I'm gonna assume Ima is probably I'm gonna do I kind of feel like doing Cascade by myself, or at least Cascade itself by myself, but I'd like to have Ima on at some point because she was here for this in the real shit, and I'd like to, you know, hear what she was thinking about during that time. You know, I remember her being super fucking into this during that time frame, and yeah. Any 420 streams plans? Fuck, I need to get something together. Will I record my reaction? To what? I'm streaming it. It goes up on After Hours. There's RevScarecrow After Hours where I upload every stream I do. Shopkeep stream again? Jesus Christ. I thought about doing... I got a couple of games that are in the pipe that I'm probably going to try and do. Holy fuck, morning as fuck. I know that's not your name, but that's what I've been calling you for the past year. Thank you for the year of support. Holy shit. Oh, sorry, dying. That was a joke. I have allergies. That joke isn't as funny as it used to be. Yeah, I gave up on Homestuck a long time ago in this. Thank you. Anyway, it doesn't matter anymore. If we just ride this out for a little while longer until the critical moment, the Dave Rose can destroy the sun, Jack shouldn't be a threat. Conveniently, if they're successful, that would signal the beginning of our own escape. What is your plan? Apparently, the explosion will be so huge it will be visible at great distances throughout the furthest ring. Even from different sessions, like yours and ours. You won't get to see it because by then your session should be wiped out by the scratch. But we will. The plan is to use it as a beacon and travel there as a rendezvous point. Rendezvous with who? We got people there. That's what Jade tells me. Jade knows so many things lately. What is her deal? Hell if I know. This is basically dream intelligence. Every time she goes to sleep, she has more to ramble about. She said I should go to sleep to find out. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to be napping between making all these plans and getting persecuted by this demented honking asshole? So yeah, we'll meet in the aftermath of the explosion with our people on the inside, and I guess I should say outside. I don't think they can come in with us, though. Come with you where? Who are they? Dead people. As for where, it's not like we're going to stick around there forever. It would probably be depressing, since we're not fucking ghosts. Scratch will reboot the session, your whole universe, actually. So somewhere in the dreadful abyss, that new session will start up its own introsphere from scratch. Look at that, another pun of using that fucking word every other sentence. Kill me now. But that from scratch fucking lol session is what you're shooting for to survive. Sans? Why Sans? Why are you saying Sans? Don't say Sans. Through the lawn ring? Yes. Once you're there, you'll help us find a way there too. And then we can all figure out what the fuck to do with the rest of our lives. Oh, so this is how we're supposed to meet. That's kind of exciting. Yeah, I guess if enough of us are alive by then to meet. Yeah. So I guess you are not worried about it turning into a huge sloppy makeout fest anymore. Right, John. You and Vriska better keep your hands off to yourselves, or everyone's going to be really uncomfortable. No interspecies funny business. Is that clear? Blarg, I'm convincingly flipping my lid about this shit, waving my arms about, making all of my best yelling faces. Wow, look at that. It's time to change the subject again. Huh? Poop. Subject changed. It's classy. He's doing a good job. If it works and you wind up in the new session, that's why it'll end up it'll be important to make sure one of the Durst streamers stays with you so they can help guide us from there from the ring. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. I'll be honest. I have no idea what this fucking shit means. I have a general idea that they're basically gonna sacrifice one of the kids because they have to. And John keeps wanting to die because he's trying to be a hero and he doesn't realize that he shouldn't. Bilbo Vania. Bilbo Vania. Metroid. Mega La Vania MIDI. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna do a quick break. I'll be right back in like 2 minutes. Just gotta do a thing real quick. Don't leave. I'll be right back. 2 minutes. BRB. Where's the music? There you go. Yeah, I think we're back now. How you guys doing? Still working on it. Give me a second. Probably back? No, we got 16 more seconds. What page are we on? We are on page 3,864. No. No. 3,872. And we're back. Hello. Show that one. Okay, cool. We just go ahead and get this. Alright, cool. And then we get rid of that, and then we stop the music. Now hold up. I realize that you guys came here for Homestuck, but, okay. Okay, there it is. It's, so we just need to open that up in Audacity real quick. Give me a second, guys. I got this. Just trust me. Import raw. Fine. Import raw. Raw data from this and libraries, documents. Where's my downloads folder? Fucking God, I hate how hard it is to computer when you're dumb like me. Downloads, Bilbo. Will you work now? Okay, yeah. Download. Oh wow, that's a waveform if I've ever seen one. That's a hell of a waveform right there. That's probably not good. Give me a sec. Let me just mute the desktop mic for a sec. Let's see what this sounds like. Yep, that's not the sound it's supposed to make. That's absolutely not the right sound. That is me going deaf. Okay. Alright, fuck. Alright, fine. No, we're not saving that. Alright, cool. So just then we get Leonard Nimoy singing. Can we just do this? Is this a thing we can do? How do you do this again? Leonard Nimoy. Music. How do you file? Okay, hold up. File, import, beat to slice. There we go. Desktops, downloads, and then blah, 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 blah. Oh, wow. OBS is not having a good time right now. Oh, there it is. That's better. All right. This is a Dave moment. Shut up. You're playing with fire. I'm playing with Fruity Loops. It's different. Also, look at this fun thing that's happened. Wee. That's how you can tell a stream's going well. When you get that error going on. All right, import. Maybe I can't import it. Maybe I just have to just drag it in there. I'm trying to shitpost, but I can't.
Bring me to my knees.
Fruity Loops has some.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
This DJ is so funky, man.
Okay. Do we have other things that I can add? Like other samples? Do I have any samples I can throw in there? Yeah. Alright, well, you know, whatever the fuck is happening here is happening, so I guess that's gonna stop now. Yeah, I think it's fine. It's probably fine. Definitely not having any issues there. I'll do that later. We'll make it work later. Your pages per minute is suffering. Listen, it's fine. The Goblin Core stream is real. No, I didn't show you guys that yet. It's not done yet. That's why I didn't show you the Goblin Core yet. I'm still working on it. Anyway, where were we? We've accounted for these tangents. Yes. God Skills TV, thank you for the sub. Yeah, Goblin Core is happening. It's just I'm not done with it yet. I spent like an hour writing Goblin Core today, and talked with Mike a little bit, and we're working it out. You're at Poof. Where's Poof? Poof. Oh, I thought it said poop. Well, if it works, you wind up in the new session. That's why. Thank you, by the way. It'll be important to make sure you're one of the Durst Dreamers stays with you, so they can guide you through this whole thing for the ring. I'm so upset that I can't do the thing. I kind of want to rename it Gremlin Core, if that's okay with everyone. Because Goblin Core, I don't know, like, I feel like I've already got, like, the Gremlin Core thing going. I just need to have, like, a genre of music to go with it. But the problem is that he fucked with the goblins, and that's really the key bit. Goblin Core does sound better, doesn't it? Fuck. You're right. It just works. It just works. How about ska? I mean, if you guys want to... Okay, it'll hurt the pages per minute, but do you guys want to hear a little bit of Goblin Core? You guys want to hear a little bit? Yeah, no, the next Town of Nowhere stream is going to be once I actually, like, finish working on stuff. I spent 5 hours today working on the next Town of Nowhere stream. It is not ready yet. I spent an hour working on Gremlin music. All right. I'm going to give you this tiniest taste, the tiniest, littlest taste of Goblin Core. I haven't added the flute music in yet, but it's right here. Listen. Here we go. And that's all you get for now. Is it copyrighted? No. No, it's not. That's what you get. You don't get more. Goblin Core is already on a Tumblr aesthetic with some not good connotations because of reasons. I'm afraid to look at what that means, because I've been saying I'm about Goblin Core all day. Where was I? Poop. Subject changed. And if it works, you'll wind up in a new session. That's why it's important to make sure that these Dirt Streamers stays with you so they can help you guide you from the ring. Won't there be other players in the new session, like alternate universe sessions of ourselves or such? Probably. But those Trumps won't know anything about us or our plans. Why would they? Yeah, they're just kind of a weird thought. So out of everything we just talked about, this is the thing that has you tripping globes, whatever you say. But I guess it's sort of comforting, too. If Rose or Dave have to go off and die, at least I get to see them again, in a way. Even if I will only be alternate universe John to them, maybe my dad will be alive in that session too. Okay, maybe, but before you get too excited about that, make sure you get there first, which is why you have to do what I say and stick to the plan. You need to focus on getting ready to start the scratch. The game doesn't make a hard reset that's easy to pull off. Once you initiate it, the game throws everything it's got at you, which is one of the reasons that you're the best guy for the job, because your superpowers are super windy bullshit. I don't really understand how that's supposed to be a thing. I'm looking forward to the Town of Nowhere. I think the next Town of Nowhere is going to be one of... I am nervous about it to the level I was with the first stream, because the amount that's going into it is like more than any episode that has come before it. It is going to be one of the most critical episodes. It's going to be really good or really bad. It's either going to like just make everyone in the community lose their fucking minds, or everyone's gonna be like, oh, well, that's fucking dumb. And that's the part where I get really like worried. It's like, oh god, no, you guys will do it justice. I'm worried I'm not gonna do it justice. Wait for Jade to send out that code. Wait for me to contact you for the first time, and do your best to humor him while he ignorantly attempts to flame you back into the puddle of slime you crawled out of. Please. It's gonna be a hell of a fucking stream either way. It's gonna be an important moment. I guess regardless if it's good or bad, it's gonna be important because it will be. Yeah, it's not an elaborate Noah sex scene. I'm sorry. I know everyone's really looking forward to that, but no, it's not. I can just say that something in my defense before that happens. Yeah, so I don't actually hate you, and I never did, and I was deluding myself. Deep down, I'm pretty sure I was always okay with you. Thanks, Karkat. It wasn't a fucking compliment. Scrapbook is now hopeless disarray. Feel free to examine the clippings while I tidy. Yeah, I need to work on it a little bit more. It is very close to being. I spent 5 hours on it today. It probably requires another like 8 to 10 easily. I knocked out a bunch of work on it. I would say that this stream, this one probably required an extra like 40 to 50 hours of work. Click on them. Here's one for you, and it's a Whopper. Are you ready? For what? It's a huge fucking Whopper I'm about to say. Do you mean canard of bathemic embellishment? What? Or was your resolve finally dismantled by the siren song of all that flame-broiled beef? No. I mean, you have Burger Kings out there in the woods. Why do you reference things that are obviously in the woods like terrible burgers? I'll limit my establishments of reference to lumber mills and sugar shanties from now on. There's a Burger King less than 40 minutes from my house. I won't let this stand in the way of a new policy, though. Banner? Sorry. Don't tell me that I have to click all of the things in the banner. Did I miss something in the last banner? I probably did. Looks normal. There it is. Okay, whatever. I'm talking about a dream I just had. I mean, it was a doozy, like a psychologically speaking doozy, and a slightly dumber word than Whopper. Certainly less delicious. It was absurdly heavy-handed. My subconscious was really slathering it on, like whatever tangy sludge the king himself squirts onto the bargain patties. It's possible that I dreamt it ironically. I don't know. I figured you'd be interested in hearing about it because every bit as thick and juicy as a half pound. So, hold up. What page the fuck is this? Like, is this actually, like, am I making progress on this? Or am I, like, do I need to read this? What is happening? Dave, I love you. Don't say those words at me. Just read. Okay, I'm making progress. That's all. I just want to make progress. This is non-linear stuff. We're jumping through scenes. It's okay. Okay, so here's a story from my childhood. In school, we had like this assignment where we'd all sit down and read. It was like quiet reading time, right? I don't remember what grade this was. I want to say like 3rd grade, right? I was at the time really into choose your own adventure books, right? But we had to give our like page number that we started on or ended on after every like reading session. And so my teacher was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I don't think she knew what a choose your own adventure book was. So it's just like I would start at page like 50 and then end up at page 4, and she'd be like, why? Yeah. What are you doing? You headshot every extremely important Nazi officer. I don't know the context of that, but if you're talking about Sniper Elite, no, I shot all of them in the dick. I, in fact, got the Nutcracker achievement for that. You could read those for assignments? I don't think my teacher understood what it was to ban it. I mean, I was reading, so I guess that's all they really cared about. Is a choose your own adventure quote. I remember the one where there's one where it was like you were at a you found like a briefcase in the woods and it was like a mafia guys or something. And like you could use it to buy like your own like, I don't know, room at a theme park. So I did that. And then it was like, oh, well, you decided to take a bath. And I'm like, no, I don't. And then they're like, you decided to put the TV on the edge of the bath because, you know, it'd be cool to watch TV while you were, you know, taking a bath. Oh, and then the TV fell in. You fucking idiot. You killed yourself because you wanted to have fun. It's like, what? Yeah, I hated that one. You remember that one? I fucking hated that one. Oh, the Atlantis one. That was a fucking weird one. They still make choose your own adventure books. I mean, it was a little doozy, like, psychologically speaking, slightly dumber word than Whopper. Certainly less delicious. It was heavy-handed of my subconscious slathering on. Blah, blah, blah. Possible that I dreamed it ironically. I figured you'd be interested in hearing about it. Every bit as thick and juicy as a half pound of sizzling grade A premium. Okay, this is stupid. We've got to get the burger out of this conversation. Are you busy? Yes. Oh, cool. Listen to this. These sections are going to jump around a bit. Make sure you go through all of them. That's great. I really like how, like, any sort of coherent reading structure is broken down, and that probably I didn't actually need to. Like, how the fuck am I supposed... Okay, fine. I thought you didn't want me to analyze your dreams anymore. No, but this one is too good for me to not put under the microscope. With the whole precocious psychotherapy shtick, it's almost laughably symbolic of all my mental problems, assuming I actually have those. It's grotesquely pregnant with meaning. All the gestating of at least 8 gooey octuplets thrashing around an undulating belly full of mud slime. Maybe we can start by evaluating that troubling metaphor. No, look, I just want your professional take on how many things in my dreams symbolize dicks. We've already established that all of your dreams are packed with enough homoerotic symbolism to lift Freud theory from the ashes of discreditation. You super gay, dude. That's what she means by that. Yeah, that's a given, but I didn't even dream about puppets this time. Are you serious? I'm clearing my schedule. This is a major breakthrough. I know. It was so much more relaxing and enjoyable. It was me dying repeatedly. Interesting. Go on. There's this dark place surrounded by a big flock of crows. God, this is so generically morbid. I'm so sorry in advance for exposing you to my unconscious mind's ba-da-bop-ba-bop-bop. Bop-bop-bop-bop-bop-bop-bop. God damn it. Why won't Bilbo work? Bilbovania. It's okay. There won't be cliches if they didn't compromise the unanimously understood bedrock of phallic symbolism with no other viable interpretation. Well, obviously, I knew the birds were just black screaming sky dongs. Just hear me out. I kept dying. There were a bunch of these traps. Like, I would go one way and my head would get chopped off, or I'd go another way and get stabbed or whatever. So this is literally what's going to happen, sort of. Every time I tried, the dream reset itself and I was standing there alive and ready to try and escape again. But each time I would be watching myself from the vantage point of a different crow, like all the crows all squawking around in circles like a macabre flapping douche, and I would always watch myself try to do something different to dodge the trap, but I always ended up dead. Well, I learned anything about my extensive skimming over Wikipedia articles on dream analysis. God, this is a fucking hell of a sentence. Oh my god, I fucking know that kid, and I hated them. This dream is very unlikely to have any literal significance whatsoever. It's probably not about dying at all. That's like such a fucking thing that kids do. Oh my god. It's not worth putting on the chart, but like I know kids that are like I know that she's that archetype, but just actually reading those words in that sentence structure. That's her. That's her fucking character right there in a fucking yeah. Put it on the chart? Okay, fine. I'll put it on the chart. New. I also need to like clear off some shit because I realized that my computer is a little bit, I mean, those bars aren't supposed to be red, right? Like those are supposed to be like blue. Correct? Anyway. Oh, neat. Do you want to see why the fuck it's like that? No. Hold up. Let me show you. I got you, fam. Properties, general. There we go. We got that one. No, I don't want links to it. This. I want to just see like properties, not the link. I want to see what the actual folder is like. It's just sitting on my desktop, right? All right. So V for videos, properties. Yep. There we go. And then secret project. That's what I named the Ton of Nowhere stream folder. So yeah. And then and I don't know anything about scripts. No, that's like a small folder. All right, there you go. You want to know why the fuck my computer is like this? It's this right here. This is what streaming and YouTube does to your computer. Can you read that? Do I need to zoom in? It says 419 gigabytes. And the Town of Nowhere is an 810 megabyte game, apparently. So that's why. Let me go ahead and make sure I can like so yeah. So of the 931 gigabytes on my hard drive, half of it is taken up by my folder here. So why don't I go ahead and just delete all of this stuff. What is this fold? What is this one? Oh, right. Okay. That was that stream. Okay, cool. Got it. All right, cool. And then trash. Sorry. Cleaning out my trash is probably not the most exciting thing, but there we go. Now how much space I have. 62 gigabytes. We'll make it to the end of stream like that. You only have 1 terabyte of storage? Yeah, well, no, just one of them. One of them is 1 terabyte. Then I've got 2 other ones. One is 1 terabyte, and the other one's 500. Art also is a problem. It wasn't me saying Vriska. It was me saying Briscoe. I regret naming him that. I regret naming him that a lot. Can't you upload streams directly to YouTube? I do that. That's why I just deleted all the videos out of freshly recorded. Which is all of the streams as soon as they get done being recorded. Anyway, where were we? Stabbed, Wikipedia analysis, already added that to the chart. Probably not about dying at all. I should probably, okay. Did I zoom in? I did zoom in. Just try and get like everyone's character on this chart. You mean maybe it's about the anxiety over maintaining my blogs, or that my beats might not be ill enough. Yes, and in fact, that you were on my couch, I would be my next question as a licensed professional. Mr. Strider, have you considered that you actually dread that your urban rhythm exposed for what they truly are, which is clinically speaking just shy of da bomb? And then we crack up laughing because we both know that the fresher than your mom's change of drawers and tighter than when she's wearing them. Listen, to conjure imagery of my mother in her underpants is deeply keeping us both buoyed high above the swiveling Freudian hellhole. Well done. Please, it's not like she's my mom, so I can visualize her clothes, her choice ass all I want, without it getting much more moderately uncomfortable for anyone involved. What if you're wrong? About what? Her not being your mother. Don't do this. Don't worry, you're probably safe. Luckily, I can think of literally no literary or historical precedent for any sort of folly whatsoever. That's a bro moment. It's yeah, no. Hey, you remember that scene in JoJo where old man Joe, when he's young, he like looks in through the keyhole and he's like, nice. I don't know why I'm bringing that up. It has nothing to do with this. Anyway, you're not being your mother. Yeah, don't. This isn't the first time you've insinuated we're related. What's up with that? Isn't it? No, I mean, I'm not sure. Like, you've brought it up before, which is kind of weird, but I don't know. I think we're getting this weird deja vu thing where I'm sure we talked about this. Forget it. Why don't you tell me more about your dream? Okay, so I kept dying and kept being crows and stuff, and then I started to notice something coming out of the sky. It was this faint, eerie singing, and I looked up and there was nothing there, just darkness. This is interesting. I've read about this. What did you read? Certain text saying singing from the unknowable void carries a message. Its recipient is selected for the mission of supreme cosmic importance and results in your death and the billions of more. It's one that is essential to perpetuation of existence itself. What the fuck sort of crackpot psychology text would say something like that? It's not from a psychology text. So you're not consulting astrology books now. Not astrology, more like zoology. Oh my god, will you put that away? No, just keep describing this dream. Keep describing this dream, though. Anyway, if the rest of it is incompatible with my prognosis of zoologically dubious, I'll withdraw my insinuation. There's not even that much more to it. I looked up at the sky and I didn't see anyone singing, but the sky was black and I couldn't see the sun, and it was bright as hell, even though through my shades. So I flapped my wings and flew away to it like a fucking piece of garbage, and that's it. Doesn't that strike you as an impulse for self-destruction? No, it's not in the sense that it's a dark, sacrificial zoology mission. It was more like somewhere to go besides watching myself die a lot from the vantage of feathery murder of dumb, shitty birds. So if hypothetically you were to accept such a mission or insist upon one, it would be in the spirit of genuine sacrifice but of escape. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, something's wrong. This whole conversation is falling apart. This isn't how it originally went at all. Oh, we were making good progress, too. Why'd you have to go and remember? This happened months ago. Does that mean I'm dead? Oh, okay. So everyone realizes they're dead. What do you think? Stop it. This is so sick of you using my dream bubble bullshit to pick apart my psyche. Am I dead or asleep? If you start to remember, you should be able to tell me. I launched my successful Bilbo pop career with my single Bimbovania. Oh, okay. Did you already beat me to it? How is Rev Speedwagon? Wait, now you're calling me Speedwagon? You can't at least let me have, like, if you're gonna fucking pull that shit, like, you can only... It's a K-pop joke. Okay. I did actually make Bilbovania. I see. The newest trend, B-pop. I see. Well, there you go. And just anytime anyone says anything, it's just like that. You know what Bilbo would have done in that situation? Fuck the goblins. And they're like, we're talking about a natural disaster where people died in a flood. What the fuck is wrong with you? And it's just like, fan cam. Anyway, stop it. It's so sick that you're using the dream bubble bullshit to pick apart my psyche. Am I dead or asleep? If you start to remember, you should be able to tell me. God damn it. Maybe I'm just confused as you about it. Yeah, right. Am I asleep or dead, Dave? I don't know. Try to remember. Okay, so this counts as me reading words. How many more are there? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that I need to read. Dave would listen to K-pop. I can't for the life of me. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I've listened to some of it. It's fine, but it's just the fans, man. And I realize the fans aren't what make a thing, but you know, stream Bilbo. No, I'm gonna make my own edit of it and then upload it. Like, I feel like it's probably fine. It's just not to my taste. But, like, yeah. And I feel like it's probably also a thing where you can enjoy it and not be an asshole. But then, like, some K-pop star apparently said they had corona today. And it's just like, okay, well, you're a fucking dick. Jaspers, I guess I should say farewell to you for now. Why, Nepeta? Because this is the end of your timeline, and I don't know what cat puns to do after this. I mean, what happens to you after this? It's that one was kind of obtuse. Sorry. Happens, right? Cat puns, but it's a cat pun in the fact that it is a pun about cat puns. It's very meta. What's the name of that guy who, like, comments on every fucking video of mine? Hold up. I want to get his name because I want to say a shout out to a very, very special member of the YouTube community on fucking After Hours. Shout out to Tim. I know you're a bot, but you're just there telling me that I'm doing great. He's super into JoJo. Like, super into JoJo. And it's like, God damn, Tim. You're doing great. Thanks, man. Thank you. I mean, I realize that you're a scam bot that's trying to sell me, like, apparently it's a scam bot. I haven't actually looked into this. Apparently it's a scam bot that just tries to get you to click on their profile to figure out what the fuck it is. And then, you know, it's like, oh, you can buy view botting through this. But ironically, it is view botting for me, but for free. And I didn't ask for it. So it's not against YouTube guidelines if another bot tries to convince me to use their view botting service, but then isn't an actual bot. Also, is that really like your way you're going to do it? Because if that's the way you're going to fake, like, responses in my comments, like, everyone's going to fucking know. Thanks, Tim. Anyway. That's a hard question. What's a timeline? That's a hard question. Imagine a long, tempting strand of yarn. Oh, yes. So great. Now imagine instead of it made of wiggly and dancing stuff, it's made of what lets you exist. That's an awful metaphor, but all right. You're right at the twitching tip of it. Don't you see? Look at the sky. Yes, I look at the sky, and I can tell that indeed something is going on. But aside from that, I don't really understand what you said, being a cat and all. That's fine. You don't have to try too hard. All you have to know is the scratch, and I'm not 100% sure what happens next for you. Purr, I think it's nice how you slip cap things into everything you say. You're so clever and wonderful. What's the scratch? Well, you know Rose's friend? Yes. Imagine that he is using this great big circle like a really fun scratching post, making all of the light come out that changes everything. And after he starts doing that, the sky goes funny over. This is. Well, yeah, here's the deal. You're not gonna. Like, I've been trying to, like, cull all of those comments, those fake comments on YouTube, but it's impossible. It's impossible to do. Try and explain timelines to Abby. I just wouldn't bother. Like, I love Abby, but I don't think she'd get it. She gets confused from herself sometimes. This is a really good way of putting it. So Jasper, what are coffee coins? They're like my bits, or not bits. You can use them to highlight text. They're free. You can use them to unlock emotes. It's a Twitch thing. It's just my name for them. Let's see. Imagine that he's using this great big circle of really fun scratching posts and makes all this light coming out, and the sky goes funny everywhere, and you can't see you anymore. Yes, that's what it is. I think I understand that completely. I'm a bit nervous for you, especially since you remind me so much of someone I already lost. But maybe you'll be okay. I don't know. I'm on mobile YouTube. Those features they added where you can see recent comments on a channel, and you can instantly see when someone's a view bot that way. Yeah, it's incredibly easy. It's incredibly easy. And the comments like they make are always like exactly the same. It's like, hey, here before 6,900 or 69,341 subs. Hey, we should be YouTube friends. Sub to me. It's like, suck my cock. I honestly do not blame YouTube for anything that's going on right now. Like, YouTube is doing the right thing and telling its people to stay home. Morning as fuck. Thank you for the gift sub. YouTube's doing its best right now, and you will never hear me say that again. I'm not worried about Nepeta, so you shouldn't either. It's not as if I've never died before. You're a brave kitty, just like Pounce was. Pounce was a cat like me. Yes, she was amazing, and I bet you that you and she would have gotten along famously. I bet you're right. Was she nice to sniff? Yes, she smelled really good, and also she was super beautiful. Wow. Did you ever have someone nice back on Earth that you loved? Rose. I loved Rose. Of course you did. I mean, a nice cat who is your mate spirit. There's this one time I remember thinking about girl cats a lot for a reason. I would saunter around the house making all these big meows, looking out the windows with my nose touching on the glass. And then Rose's mom took me to this place where I was scared to be there for a while. And then when I was home again, I didn't do the meows anymore. He's a boy cat. I didn't realize that, but yeah. I guess I didn't think about girl cats after that, which is just as well because none ever came to the windows. Really, not even when I did my biggest meows. That's too bad. I bet a lot of girls' cats would have loved to be with you if there only had been some around to hear your lovely mews. You're really nice to say so, Nepeta. What about you, though? Me? Yes. Well, I never really told anybody about not even my Mora rail. He's the last guy I might tell, so he wouldn't approve. But yes, I have liked someone for quite a while now. But alas, he doesn't know. What don't you tell him? What don't you tell him? Shouldn't it be why? Maybe you can win his affection by rubbing your cheek against him, and that's what I would do. Oh, no. I'm too shy for anything like that. He's so grumpy, adorably grumpy all the time, and probably wouldn't go over well. It's hard to explain. Why is this entire stream just shipping bullshit? It's hard to explain. Maybe cats think differently, but trolls tend to be pretty cautious about expressing their feelings when it comes to the flush quadrant. What's a quadrant? All of Homestuck is shipping bullshit. No. I just feel like there are parts of it that didn't have to be about this, you know? I'm not going to explain shipping to my cat. It's the most romantic application, but something more general than that. A quadrant is, how do I say this? A quadrant is something in a group of things that consist of 4 similar things. Like paws? Like paws. Exactly like paws. I see that's easy to get. I think you should tell him that you like him because he might not get a chance if you don't. For instance, I think instead of meowing at the windows, I should have just scurried out the door before it could close. Then I might have found a girl cat to sniff. Oh well. I know, but it's just not that simple. I could make someone else jealous, I think. If it weren't for the shipping, then it wouldn't be popular enough for people to force you to read it. So like we're 3,894 pages in, and I just realized that you're probably fucking right. And I hate everything about that. So that's awful. Maybe I just need to let go of the silly infatuations. I think it's never going to happen, honestly. You shouldn't lose hope. There's another story that might give hope, even though it should be noted, again, that I'm only a cat. Oh? It's this one time I was with Rose, and I was sitting there dressed up in my suit with her, as happy as I could be. But then she disappeared. A whole place disappeared. I was in another place, and there was no Rose. There was someone else. I guess I loved her too in time, but never as much as Rose. Just wasn't the same. I kept waiting to see Rose again, but never did. Finally, I lost hope that I would, and then I died. But then I became alive again, and I got to see her, and I was happy. And that was my story, and that's why I think there's always hope even if you die. So you're saying that maybe I will have to die to get to be with him? Yeah, maybe. That's, who the fuck is he talking about? Do we know that yet? So you're saying that maybe I'll have to die? Yeah, maybe. I hope that's not the case. But I guess it's a different way of looking at things. Thank you for your advice, Jaspers. We don't yet. Okay, cool. There's bits that I don't remember. Okay. So now we'll click this one. Please don't be another wall of text. I swear to God, please don't be another wall of text. Oh, thank God. Dave? It's just the little things in life where I don't have to read another wall of text. Hey. Well, I know who Nepeta's crush is. It's Karkat for some fucking reason. I have to have hope, Morning. Like, I really mourn. I do. Hi, John Human. Ugh. Excuse me, alien time troll, but I'm trying to wrap a present. Really? You have the worst timing. You all have the worst timing. Yes, I can see that. 2 ugly garments and seeds for some kind of strange earth vegetable. Pretty lame present. John, nope. I'm not going to ask how you know my name or what I'm sending. I don't care. And one of these ugly garments is for me. Also, it's not ugly. It's awesome. Not as awesome as something that you'll be wearing later, thanks to me. Oh, my mouse is hovering dangerously close to the block button. It always does that when I talk to trolls. This is the dangest thing. Calm down. Just thought I would foreshadow my existence to you in this quaint moment on your timeline. It's too tempting to not let you know that I have taken great care to become a very important feature in your life, or for that matter, to let you know about why are you guys using highlighted messages to spell out Vriska? Of all the things you could do with your time, money, and energy, why that? Why that at all? Vriska jizz. There you go. Good job, everyone. I have too many points. I have to use them somehow. I need to get the town and hour done sooner rather than later. It is. I'm so close. I'm so close to being done with it. Like, I know what needs to be made, but it's just like I just have to put it all into action, and each of those things is so fiddly, and it'll happen. I swear to God, it'll fucking happen. It's just probably need like another week or two, just in case. I'll do another like hardcore edit day tomorrow, and it'll be done. I want it to be out as soon as possible, to be honest, because if I don't finish it soon, I'm going to go insane, and it's going to scare the shit out of me that I've put a lot of work into it. Not as awesome as something you'll be wearing later, thanks to me. Calm down. I just thought I'd, for that matter, let you know that I will be giving you a present so much better than that useless box of crap you're shoving into that box. I will be giving you the gift of immortality. Oh, sweet. That's been on my wish list, ranking just below a mint condition Little Monsters poster starring Hollywood superstar Howie Mandel. Can I expect it to arrive my next birthday? Yes, as a matter of fact. Nice guess. It will come at a cost, though. The Mandel poster or the immortality? The latter, jackass. Vriska did a non-zero amount of things wrong. Oh my god, I just realized the Vriska discourse is the same thing as the fucking Magnus discourse. Oh, fuck. And I'm in the Magnus did nothing wrong camp. That's a Warhammer thing. Say that. Walk up to someone at a game store next time that we're allowed out of our houses and we're not going to cause problems. Go up to someone playing Warhammer and just say Magnus did nothing wrong and then walk away. You don't even have to fucking know what I'm talking about. You will piss people the fuck off. Explain Magnus. Nope. I'm going to try and not do Warhammer shit. Magnus did nothing wrong, though. How do you find someone playing Warhammer? You go to your game store where they've got tables. I already explained it once. I think it was on the last months. I stopped doing the like best of XYZ month thing because it just. When's the next town to nowhere? I was just talking about it. It's gonna be there soon. Is Warhammer a tabletop game? Warhammer is like... StarCraft was originally supposed to be a Warhammer game, but then they lost the rights to it, so they changed everything to be slightly different. It's literally exactly that. Like, they're Space Marines and the Tyranids are exactly the Zerg. Like, all of it. Later, jackass. I ordered you. The latter, jackass. I ordered for you to claim it, and you'll have to be quite gullible to allow me to arrange your murder. I see. This is where all the sick trolling begins. You can keep your present. I'm not interested, but you will be. You'll be happily going along with everything I tell you to do, and then Once I completely earn your trust, I will kill you, John. The other troll I was just talking to was way better. If a tad grumpy, at least she was down with talking about cool movies, sort of. But this is all true. I've already seen it already. You have no idea how delicious the dramatic irony is right now. You will die. I'll lead you into a trap and watch you bleed to death on a big stone slab with the stores stuck in your chest. And there's nothing you can do about it. In fact, it's already happened. It's nice. Now scram, troll. I will leave you alone soon enough. I'm feeling pretty pleased with myself about all the brilliant plans I made for you and your friends. Stop by in your past to mess with your head is really just a courtesy, because I like to think that you're pretty good friends by the time we get around killing you. Okay, you got me. Feathers are all ruffled, and I can no longer tell my ass apart from my big orange earth vegetables. Now, can you leave me alone? I guess. Yeah, just go to your local games workshop and say that. It'll be fine. It'll launch someone into a conversation, and as soon as people start arguing with each other, that's the point where you leave, because someone's gonna have that opinion and they're gonna be like, yeah, you're right, and the other person is gonna be like, no, you fucking idiot, what's wrong with you? It's the narrative equivalent of Vriska did nothing wrong in a lot of ways. Like, you will start shit by doing it. Why do I feel like I'm gonna get punched? You won't get punched, but it will cause problems. Please, John, as if there aren't any other conceivable sequence of events which could lead me to consider you as a viable romantic partner in any quadrant, even pale ones. Blah, blah, blah. What more plausible alien sounding things? Weren't you leaving? Yes. Okay, then. I mean, I was going to, but I guess I'm not. Oh, why? Well, this isn't really happening. It isn't? It did once, but this is just a memory. I guess I must be dead. How's my Homestuck reading experience? Rate a Warhammer streamer saying the thing you just said. Well, yeah, let's see if we can do that. I'll see if there's one live, and you can all raid and say that and watch as they go, yeah, thanks for the raid, man. Yeah, anyway, so Magnus did do some stuff wrong according to the Horse Harry novel and yada yada, and then they'll get in a fight. It'll be great. We'll do that at the end of the stream. Okay, is this conversation over? Can I keep packing my present? The conversation as it went is already over. I said goodbye, you blocked me. Don't you remember? Well, I was going to block you, but then I didn't for some reason. Exactly, because we've already been through this. You're either asleep or dead like me. Man, I can't believe if I let her trick me like that. Such an amateur mistake. I feel like something like deja vu, maybe. I still don't think I believe you. Hey, do you have any recollection at all of the last message I sent you before I died? I don't even know who you are. Yeah, I figured. Just as well. I made some pretty embarrassing confessions to you. I guess I'm getting what I asked for, in a way, even though it's not what I pictured. What did you ask for? I asked you if you wanted, to hang out. Was this after you killed me and gave me your immortality? The Emperor is only really alive because of orcs. You are correct, yes. Did I not notice what? That she's back in her other outfit and she's stabbed? Like, I didn't notice that. Okay, so here's the bit that I feel like I missed. How the fuck did she actually get killed? Like, I feel like that is tripping me up. Something fierce. Because they did the coin flip thing. And somehow they were able to, like, how did Trizzy end up stabbing her? How did that actually work? Because wasn't it supposed to be every single one? Spades broke her clock. Okay, cool. That's what caused it. I'm like, how did she actually get stabbed? Because I know they were playing mind games, but, like, I didn't understand what the end result of that was. Timelines. Okay. Death just happened. There wasn't any trickery to it, or there was a fuck ton of trickery, but all it ended up being is, as soon as she turned away, she just stabbed. Okay, cool. That's fine. That works. Okay. I thought that was like it wouldn't work if it got heads or tails. She put the pointy end into Vriska. Okay. The other reality we saw where she fought Jack was not real then. That was a different non-alpha timeline. Okay. Oh god, this is so ridiculous. You're just a crazy troll on the internet, and I need to go back to packing this present for my friend. John, there is no present. You're not in your hive. You don't have anything to send. She received it a long time ago. None of this matters anymore. If you don't believe me, you're free to look out your window. Homestuck first showed the doomed offshoot, which is what Trizzy saw if she let Vriska go through with her mind powers. She stabbed her after seeing that outcome, which Vriska thought she wouldn't. Okay, cool. She saw what was gonna happen and was like, that's bad. And so she stabbed her. Which it was bad. We saw what the conclusion was and it ended up being bad. So they just did that because everyone fucking died. Okay, fine. That's fine. All right, cool. It might help you remember, and you will be able to see me if you want. Feel free to examine the clippings while I tidy. It's this one again. All right, so we did that. We haven't done this one. I have no idea how to tell how many pages I've read this stream. Right, because he stole the wallet. I chased. Feel free to. Okay. This is it's like literally a family. Was it Family Feud? Is the name of that shit comic? It's literally that like skit. Oh, great. There's more. We're very close to Cascade. We're reading Family Circus, yeah. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it seems that you are in fact an alien with the horns and everything, huh? Yeah, John, horns and all. Totally proves that I'm an alien, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Now, what do you make of these blank white eyes of mine? What do you think that could mean? I don't know. Aliens don't normally have big spooky eyes, don't they? Humans have literally the dumbest extraterrestrial lore. Weren't there supposed to be aliens on one of your posters? You mean Mac and me? Yeah, even I admit that movie was indefensible. Well, though, if you want to know, normally we have bright orange eyes with gray irises. They fill in with our blood pigment as we get older. But normally we have this one goofy eye. Also normally I have this one goofy eye with 7 pupils because I'm kind of a weirdo. But I guess it's gone now that I'm dead. Not that you believe me, because you just refuse to remember anything. I can accept that you're an alien, but come on. Meeting an alien who also is a ghost in my front yard is a bit much to believe, if it's almost too awesome. So you don't remember anything about the game at all then? The destruction of your planet, bringing the ancestor back to life as a clown woman, putting a huge flaming ocean out with your magical wind, Jack Noir dying, resurrecting, possibly dying again, any of this tickling your sponge? Nope, sounds cool though. Fuck, I cannot believe how cold it is on this planet. How can a species possibly be able to survive anywhere like this? I thought it looked pretty cold out here, so I brought you a jacket. Oh, okay. Hey, your clothes switched suddenly. Some sort of kind of alien wardrobe warpifying technology such as warpdrobe, if you will. I think this counts towards page count. I needed to get to page 3,906, and it just so happens that we're on page 3,906. Counting how we got here, I'm confused. So, Cool. We did it. We might end up a few pages before page 3906. I don't know how. But somehow we might. Hey, your clothes switched suddenly. It's kind of, sure, John, let's just go with that. Said you look pretty, cool in normal clothes. Not space boots or pixie outfit weren't neat. Yeah, thanks. So this is how this is how humans begin an Earth date? With a simple acts of flattery and kindness? I don't know about that, really. Just seemed like a nice thing to do. Is this a date? No, I've decided this is definitely will not be a date. Not until you remember something at least. Okay, that would probably be for the best. Probably be pretty nervous to be on a date with a normal girl, let alone with a date with an alien space ghost. Now that you mention it, me too, probably. Your goofy awkwardness is a bit contagious, frankly. So what do we do now? Well, since I am presuming you are new to this planet, I am going to show you around the place. You're confused. I just got here and I feel like I'm starting book from the middle. Yeah, you are. It's not even the middle. Like this bullshit, I don't even know how to explain it anymore. Thank you for the bits all the same. Like, there's no coherent way for me to explain why there's an alien space ghost and why they're on a date and whether or not it is a date or not and whether or not it's actually happening or not. Because it is happening, but one of them's dead and the other one's asleep, and it works out because one's dead and the other one doesn't remember that the other one's dead. So I'll just roll with it and act like I'm high. Yeah, no, it's probably for the best. Thank you for the bits. This is my green slime pogo ride in all its glory. In my childhood, it was hours of fun, hundreds of painful injuries. Hey, this thing isn't slimy at all. What the hell? Nope. I've noticed that humans don't seem to keep any slime around the hive, and yet you are strangely cavalier about your open display of certain receptacles. What's the deal with this? Is that you're ashamed of your secretions as a species? Not really. Humans just don't really have much use for slime, I guess. Honestly, I can't think of a single practical use for slime other than to be gross. So bizarre. Anyway, this is kind of a death trap I haven't seen or written it in years. I think that my dad had it installed as one of his ridiculous ways of making a man out of me. Sure, my custodian had her ways of making me tougher too. Parents, right? Anyway, that's my backyard. Pretty damn boring, sorry. I know I'd show you inside, but I don't think my dad would take too kindly to being an alien inside. Or just yet. I need to brace him for it. That's fine. What else can you show me? I could show you around the neighborhood if you want. Sounds great. So he's literally just asleep and he's like remembering a past thing that happened, but he's remembering it stupid wrong because just John's like this. John's like this is the reason that any of this is happening. How have I almost read half of Homestuck? When's next Thursday? 2 days from now? I need to read constantly. I had a really good day the other day where I read a whole bunch of pages. This day we're going to just get to the page count that I'm supposed to. Almost halfway. Props for not giving up during Hivebent. I am reading this for the sake of charity, so I cannot not give up on it. You know? There are neighbors who live in a lot of the same looking houses as mine. I never see them, but I think they're really busy people with a lot of serious business to attend to. Hey, look, the snow's melted over here. It's suddenly really warm. Weird. Does your planet usually have these kinds of temperature swings? No, this is pretty unusual December weather. I guess I'll take off my coat. I can take yours back if you want. No thanks. I think I'll keep it on. It's really nice to see you in this town, but there are these lakes. There's a lake here that didn't used to be a lake. A long time ago, before I was born, there's a factory here. Dad says there's a huge explosion. He was walking by with Nana and he saw it. And a little later, my Nana died, and my dad never told me how, except for it involved a big joke book. I never knew her, which is too bad. She sounded nice. I know what happened. I saw it. You did? Yes. What do you want to know? It might jostle your memory. Okay. I believe that this lake is where Jade landed. You landed a little ways over there, about where your hive is now. You clobbered your nano to death with the aforementioned joke book. It wasn't your fault. You were both little wigglers, riding meteor from the future. You created yourself, your nana, Jade, her grandpa, not to mention Jade, Dave, and Rose, and their guardians, all in a late using lab. There it is. I am reading it because that's what I've promised to do. I wasn't sure if that was supposed to be a B. Using paradox slime, and I sent them back in time, and there was silly grubs with arms and legs you call babies, and then you were doubting the usefulness of slime. Wow, really? Yes, absolutely. I paid close attention to all this because I thought it might give me some clues about us and our ancestors, and who made the same way. Who were made the same way. Any of this familiar? That all sounds incredible if true, but I don't even know if I have the foggiest memories of that happening. Yeah, I figured as much. Since he seemed bent on staying your dream self bubble coma, why don't I just continue the tour? The tour of Earth? Sort of. I guess it mellowed her out. What's happening? We're going on an adventure. Where? Through your memories. And through mine, too. It'd be a really fun thing to do on our date, I think. If we actually were on a date, which we're not. Did you expect to have to read that many pages? I agreed to... Basically, I set the goal so that way if we beat the previous year's number, I would have to read all of Homestuck. With the intention that I could do something that would force us to make more money for the sake of helping kids with cancer. So it's like, if I'm going to have to, like, if I can go through a lot of work for the sake of, like, making, I don't know, a couple's kids' lives better, that's why it was a hyper-specific amount of $25 per page. And then Homestuck 2 came out. Yeah, no, I recognize that. Not 8,000. No. 25 times 8,000. We raised a lot of money last year. It was good. I'm glad to be a part of it. Plus, I mean, yeah, I didn't realize a lot of what was going to happen. I had to read the epilogues and Homestuck too. All of it. Once we get to Homestuck 2, I'll try and figure out the actual page count. But I'll probably agree to read that as well as part of a donation incentive. But we'll see. Through the advanced alien technologies like holograms or teleportation. If that's what you want to think to keep you comfy in the stupor, sure. Where are we? This is my home planet before it was destroyed. It's called Eternia. Oh, cool. And where's that? What's that over there? That's my hive, which is the thing you refer to as a house. It's where I grew up. I feel like the epilogues were well written. It's sort of just saying, like, Vriska is a good person, or Magnus did nothing wrong, or, you know, any of those things. It's just, you're probably wrong. You're probably wrong. It's a castle. No shit. It's big and foreboding and ostentatious, just the way I wanted it. As a blue blood, I was entitled to build such a home, something that set me apart from the commoners. You built it? Of course. Robots built it. Of course not. Robots built it for me when I was very young, but I was allowed to dictate instructions. Expected to, in fact. Oh gosh, so rad. Really? I find it interesting what sort of mundane facts humans tend to be impressed by. Anyway, the design kind of got boring to me as I got older. Huge castle hive sounds great, but it starts feeling pretty cavernous and lonely after a while. There are so many blocks never even used. Your taste changed and you suddenly are stuck with growing up in a huge place suited to your earliest, most juvenile inclinations. Part of this feels like when you get your room painted as a kid and you end up having it painted like, I don't know, fucking dinosaurs. And then you're like, I don't know, 15. And it's just like, well, why the fuck do I have dinosaurs? It's sort of that vibe, you know? I think I know what you mean. I feel like a long time ago, I might have given my dad the impression I really liked clowns. And now there are clowns everywhere. His stupid collection just keeps growing and growing, and it drives me crazy. John, this barely comparable example is cute. That barely comparable example is so cute, I don't even know what to say. They are on the weirdest date. This is my custodian. She was hurt in an accident. I killed her myself to put her out of her misery. Yeah, it's got to be like 2 hours. Because Jesus fuck. Holy shit, look at all these glittering space riches. Yeah, I was really into treasure hunting for a while. What's with the broken 8 balls? Never mind those. This is my respite block. A kind of embarrassing memory, actually. More 8 balls. I thought you sure you do like to smash them? John, your addiction is a powerful thing. Addiction is a powerful thing. You probably wouldn't understand. What are you wearing? It's a fairy dress. I wore it for a stupid thing I did once. Is that a rocket car stuck in the web over there? What's that about? Don't worry about it. Man, it'd be such an awkward moment on a... This would be such an awkward moment on a date, again, if it was one. Something really familiar about that rocket. Keep going. Let's keep going. What's happening? Are we back on Earth? You tell me. It's my house again. Why are we here? I was just having fun seeing your planet. I don't know, John. They're your memories. And this is my dad's room, but I've never been inside it, so why do I recognize it? I think there were some birthday presents in here for me, but I can't recall which birthday that was. It was your 13th, but I'm 12. And what is this? Oh yeah, I remember this. Those are the imps all over my house, acting all rambunctious, but why? It's all so hazy. Where's my dad? It sounds like some things are coming back to you. Any chance you remember me yet? No, sorry. He's almost figured it out. Took him fucking 80 pages to get here, but he almost figured it out. Is any of this ringing a bell? Hey, look. It's my dad. What is he doing here? I miss the heck out of him. I'm not sure why. I'm sure he should be safe at home right now. I guess they must have lost track of him. I don't remember how. All I know is that I have this feeling like I should run over and give him a hug. Just so you know, he's probably not actually there. Kind of like how my lusts was just a memory. Are you a psychic alien? Like one who Jodie Foster met in Contact and assumed the form of her dead father to talk to her? Is that what happened in that movie? I had no idea what the fuck was going on in that movie. I watched it when I was a kid, and I had no idea what was happening. I need to go rewatch it now that I'm older. That was what the fuck with that movie? I feel like Contact did exactly that. Or not Contact, Signs. Signs was a great movie. Sorry, having a Dave moment while there's an emotional moment happening. As a matter of fact, I am a psychic alien, but that has nothing to do with this. These are our memories, and we are in the afterlife. I keep telling you. It's just starting to get frustrating. I see. So it's not me who's the Jodie Foster. It's more like you are the Jodie because nobody actually believed her when she came home and had these amazing stories to tell, except for Matthew McConaughey. It's okay. I will be your Matthew McConaughey. Does that mean you'll believe me now? I guess I always did, sort of. I think I've been in denial about what's happening here. It's kind of nice that you believe me, but it doesn't mean that I remember it yet. So, if that isn't my dad, then who is he? He died too. You saw his body. Don't you at least remember that? At least let him have like that, you know? What did you say? Don't Dave at me. Ugh. I guess I always did. It's nice that you believe me. So if he isn't my dad, then who is he? You saw him? Not at all. I remember a bunch of things, but not that. Then what? Do you remember me at all? No. I only remember when you contacted me and said you'd kill me a little earlier. But that was months ago. I do remember talking to some other trolls like you, and playing this game. It was on my 13th birthday. I mean, I was really looking forward to playing it, but it was late in the mail. I got some presents from my dad, like this big weird clown doll. I didn't like much. It was some sort of fruit gushers. Oh yeah, I sort of realized gushers were made by Betty Crocker, and it freaked me out the fuck out. Do you realize Betty Crocker made gushers? This comes as news to me. Well, she does. Her villainy knows no bounds. Oh, also, he gave me this suit, which I remember wearing for a while, but it didn't look quite like this. It was black tie and no ghosts, so I improved on it. Actually, I remember dying in a suit. You do? But not the suit I was wearing this is not the suit I was wearing when I died. This was. Oh, okay. Which one was that? That was this one? How long are these? Are all of these this long? Cause yeah, that was one. Bottom left one's pretty quick. Okay, let's do that one real quick. Repetitive pickpocketing. Okay, so that was basically just a continuation of that one. Alright, and then, this one's probably short. Are you okay? Been better? What happened to you? What happened to you? I died in my dream and then I came back as a dog. Oh. I got turned into a bird and got into a fight. What's that? Oh, no. Okay, it's just this one page. Alright. What's that thing? Legendary sword? How'd you get it? Long story. Shenanigans mostly. I figured shenanigans were probably involved. Can you be more specific? Basically, I'm from another timeline. We couldn't win the game, so I came back here to help Dave. Dave? Dave, from this timeline. As a sprite, I'm supposed to be able to help him with his quest. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to help Jade, but she's doing alright. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'll try. What were you saying? So things became a little bit more crazy in this timeline than the one I was from. It was clear Dave was never going to do the quest and didn't get a chance to finish. Not even after you brought the forge? The forge? Your volcano. Oh, so after laying low for a while, I went and did whatever I could for myself. Got Caudal Fulsh, fucking Welsh sword Dave broke. Went to look for Hefsies again. Figured it wouldn't be much hope beating him this time, especially being injured and all that. What the hell, right? But then that's when you lit the forge somehow. I did? Well, no. I mean, not you, the other Jade. Yeah, she's a lot more brave than me, I think. She brought me back thinking that I could help her, and all I did just was disappoint her and everyone else. You came back as a sprite, and you're managing to do important things, but I just feel so scared and helpless. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's how I'm going to start describing Homestuck. Long story, shenanigans mostly, lots of weird shipping. Kaldfush. Okay, so here's the deal. Welsh people. The entire country of Wales. This is a shout out to you during the middle of this random episode of Homestuck. What the fuck? You know what I'm talking about. Like, I know I'm reading Homestuck and I have no right to talk right now, but bruh, what are you doing? Anyway, that ends my conversation with the entire country of Wales. Welsh is consistent. They're fine. Welsh is what happens when you punch your keyboard. I think everyone's on top of this. Not that there's much for. Okay. Sounds like you came back because Jade made the decision for you. I made the decision to come back for myself. It'd be different if you didn't have the same chance. I don't know if I would have had this chance, but I would like to not feel so useless to everybody. I think that on top of all this, there's not much for us to do anymore. What's with your sword? Isn't it important? I guess so. It's not really for me since I'm not really the real Dave anymore. I'm still not sure how you got it. What does it have to do with my volcano? It's a bit complicated. See, it turns out I had no idea how the denizens worked out at all. Welshmen are the ones that like sheep, right? Okay, so the trick to that is stealing a sheep had a harder punishment than fucking a sheep. But stealing a sheep is a much more common thing to do. So if you've got your choices of either being in jail for a short amount of time or a long amount of time, but you have to say that you fucked a sheep in the process, most people are going to say they fucked a sheep. I think that was what the fuck? No, that's apparently the origin of that. Wales people help. Okay, so here's what am I talking about? Back in the day in Wales, the punishment for stealing a sheep was harsher than fucking a sheep. So if you got caught with a sheep that wasn't yours, you would say, instead of saying, "Oh, I stole this sheep," you would say, "I fucked this sheep," so that way you could get away with the crime. Rev, read, or I'll go to bed. Yeah, it was a really weird point in Welsh history, I guess. I don't understand that series of images. Is this one long too? Oh, this is a long one too, isn't it? I'll go back and read it. I just want to know how much I'm getting into. Whether or not I have to read all of this. Do I have time to read all of this shit? Okay, and then, yeah, okay, this is going to be a fucking thing, isn't it? Alright, how about we read this one next time? It's a good stopping point. I'm spoiling myself. I didn't actually look at any of it. I just sort of flipped through the pages. All right. So how about we just go ahead and just throw that guy here, and please listen to Ugly Story by Flemix. All right. I'll do that after I look at the art, so that way I can force you guys to stay for the art. Speaking of stay for the art. There's all of this happening. Doot, 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 doot. All right, let's look at this art. I'll double check after it's all done. All right. Let me get the chat up so I can read. And be sure to send us to a Warhammer streamer. Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We got a Homestuck related Town of Nowhere character. If you weren't aware, I announced on the Town of Nowhere subreddit that all fan characters are canon, but they have to have been disappeared in the style of everyone else prior to having shown up in town. Here she is, canon fan troll. Thanks to Joe Rated, their tutorial on Tumblr about how to make Town of Nowhere sprites. Thank you, Joe Rated. I did make one on the subreddit as well. Your method works as well, and it essentially gets the same thing across. Also couldn't decide on a name, hastily cobbled together some medical prefixes and suffixes to be her first name. You decide. Camilla, Edemia, more letters, doctor, therapist. The only therapist in town, and she's disappeared. So there you go. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for the art. We've got this one from Karmer Ackerman. First digital drawing. All right. Go ahead and just flex on everyone like that. No, it's good. You're still learning. If you got suggestions, I'm all ears. No, you're good. Just do that again. Do this more. You're fine. You don't need my help, my dude. Look, it's Rev. Fuck you. Great stuff. You transitioned to digital really well. What program do you use, by the way? We got this one from Lixa. And it says, Saul Gerated's arts of my node design, and every time I see it, I'm like, smiley face. So here's my art of Gerated's node design, which is one of my favorites. Bro, we're family now. Family. That's wonderful. I love that, like, there's, like, consistent things in every single art of No. That everyone is like, yeah, no, that's just how No looks. No always follows the color palette. No always has long hair or weird styled hair, and always is wearing a hoodie, and always is causing fucking problems. Is there Town of Nowhere Rule 34 yet? Last time I checked, there wasn't. It's only a matter of time. Redhead makes this very stroby. Thank you, Redhead04. And thank you, Lixia. I'm sorry, I should have said that. Hypothetically, would you be okay with Town of Nowhere Rule 34? No, but it's gonna happen regardless. Like, I accept, like, I said, hey, if you guys want to make, like, your own OCs, or if you want to make art, that's totally fine. Just keep it respectful. If you want to, like, you know, just respect the thing. I know it's gonna happen regardless, because I know people won't respect my wishes. I've been on the internet long enough to know that's how it works, but, you know, there's that. We got this, like, I don't know, this is what I think the carpets in arcades should look like, but can't, because animating like this would be just too expensive. So they have to go with, like, something less flashy. But just generally speaking, it's like the animated version of that. It's great. So thank you. We've got this. Oh, Ibby. It's of me as Leonard Nimoy in the pose, hanging out with all of the. It's all ladies in that video, right? And they're doing the thing. Well, like, the goblins battle the troll. Wrestle to the golem. Magic ring he stole. Sorry, I that is my, like, hand washing thing. This is canon in some timeline. It's great. We got this one from Barrier Trio Stuck a Pose. It is a combination of Homestuck JoJo art. Maloney would be the type of guy to buy tier 3 emotes, and I spent $25 and rushed to finish this art so I could make a joke. It's all in Italian, so I can't read it, but he would be the guy who would do that. Let me just give you JoJo spoilers. If you see this guy, and things on the internet make you uncomfortable, don't watch JoJo. In fact, don't look at anything that this guy is involved with. The art is good. Fuck this guy. Yeah, no, I was definitely of that opinion. I had barely had coffee in my system when that scene happened, and I'm like, ah, that's a new element they've decided to add to this series. What about the BDSM guy? I don't know about the BDSM guy. This is the rapey guy. Fuck this guy. Thank you for the art all the same. What kind of energy does it have? This guy is very rapey. That's not like me making a rape joke. That's just straight up what he do. We got this one from Bionic Bot. What the fuck is gay? Yeah, that's basically what he did. That's basically how he did. Just curious. Oh, good. They did leave the other one. All of the streamers that monitor the board know the fuck this is. Why isn't it all in caps? That is a good point. Gonna have to dock some points for that one. But anyway, thank you for this art. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh just to make sure that I got everything. I missed one, and it's fucking critical. I'm really glad that it's here. It's fine, Bionic Bot. It's fine. It's a nitpick anyway. We've got this one from Email Joe Pro. MLG Pro, but it says Email GoPro. I see what you did there. You've made me mispronounce your name one extra time. It's wonderful. It's of Dave being held by Elmo. It's a fucking Homestuck's a weird thing. You know that? Are you guys aware of how fucking weird Homestuck is and how incoherent it is? As a new guy here, I don't get it. I predicted the villain of Homestuck via shitposting. Anyway, the sounds might get a little fucky now as I bring up a new private window and I check out a song, and we're going to listen to it. It is Ugly Story by Flimsy. Oh, it's a Iridan fan song. This is the one that you want me to go with. All right. Yep. Like, I don't like that it's Iridan.
I'm a prince and I live in a ship and I am my ref on a shoe from the hip and I have a friend I pity quite a bit. She said, grab your gun, let's have some fun. Share with me your pedigrees. I have responsibilities. I cannot run. I do not wish the death of any living thing. I might be a killer, but one day I shall be a queen and put an end.
It kind of reminds me of a I feel like if you give this person, I would love to see where this person is now, because this came out. Okay, this came out like 3 years ago. Oh yeah, about 3 years ago. It's someone who, given a few years, is gonna be on a really good tier. Like they actually are fairly competent, but I don't think they have the confidence yet, and that's why I think they will be better in a few years. I would love to see. Do they have anything more recent? Videos. No. Not really. She's pretty successful now. Stuck This Way is probably going to get copyright claimed as a parody song, I would assume. This is just a lyric video? I see.
Magic isn't real, and anyway, it doesn't matter, cause no matter what I conjure, it could not help me deflect the angry death of every hopeful thought.
Where is the actual person?
I'm not in someone's spider web, or net I could be caught, but I'm too bitter, better off alone, guess I forgot. So what do you want me to say? Sorry. Should I apologize when you ignore me? Didn't I
Yeah, no, I can't. I would love to hear where they're at now, because I feel like they're going to be a much, much better player now. Like, this is very much like putting something out there and then people actually liking it, and then you're like, oh, fuck, I'm actually good. I feel like that's the energy I'm hearing with this, where this is like someone who has very clearly trained and is actually very good, but does not have the confidence yet, so... yeah, it's not bad. I don't think I'd probably listen to it on my own. But yeah, it's all right. Why would Stuck This Way be copyrighted? I would assume that Stuck This Way is a parody of Lady Gaga's Born This Way, which is gonna be a thing, right? Like, the reason Karkalicious got copyright claimed was because YouTube and UMG thought it was Fergalicious. It's not actually that's the bit that causes it problems. It's not the fact that the song itself is copyrighted. It's that it's a parody of a copyrighted song, which YouTube no longer respects. I'm going to bet that that's going to happen. It's a good song. You wanted to get my take on it. It's probably the first Homestuck song that I'm like, I don't hate this immediately, you know? Oh, yeah, not literal copyright flag on your own video to force ads to get money no matter what. YouTube is stupid. Yeah, no, it literally happened. I just ended up doing it. They're on Tumblr if you want to see their stuff. I'll try and find it. But I think we're gonna go ahead and call it there, y'all. Click lamp. What lamp? I don't see any lamps. Ate a ladybug because I thought it was a piece of chocolate in the dark. Well, all right. There are 2 official albums of fan songs. Okay, lamp. They don't respect parodies anymore because so the deal is with parody songs is you have to fight that. Like, that ruling is only effective insofar. I don't think I showed some of this art. Wait a minute. I don't think I showed this, or this, or this on my stream. I showed it. Mike saw it. This is from Miss Comeuppance. It's very good. It's some ghost trick art. Is it actually? Did you animate this, or is this from the game? It's fucking solid, dude. The lamp. That lamp. That's the one you're talking about. I thought you were just, like, memeing, but you actually mean something. Incredibly well animated. Good job. We've got this one from What the Doot. It's very good. Fair use is a defense. It's not a right. And that's a common misconception. You have the right to free speech. You have, you can say the officer did not read you your Miranda rights as a defense. Does that make sense? Like, you have to argue it in court, and the judge has to agree with you. You don't just win. Like, you don't just get to say that and it works. You will argue that and you will claim that from the get-go. But yeah. Then we got this one from Joe, Gerated, and it's of me and Mike doing some goblin core. It's good. This is the aesthetic. This is definitely the aesthetic for it. Like, fuck, I just want to, like, wear this shit. Like, no one can stop me. Like, no one sees me in quarantine outside of, like, my wife. No one can stop me from wearing exactly this outfit. Fuck it. Just a tattered ass fucking pair of robes and, like, a scarf and a funny hat. I'm down. I don't have to do shit. I don't have to wear clothes. We got this one from Vither. And it's of our last Terraria stream where we set up a podcast station and all of the different memes of things that we were talking about. You'll notice Baby Nut is there, as is J Cut and Colt Stewart's Flute Song remix, which is fucking incredible. And I it's just a song you have to listen to. Such a fucking shitpost of a song, but it's like you can't not. And a bunch of other memes from that stream. And then now, okay, cool. Now we got to actually see everything. I'm glad. I thought I almost missed some, and I apologize to everyone that I caught in that last half there instead. Let's go ahead and, we stopped Minecraft and replaced it with, Terraria, basically. Because Minecraft got to be just frustrating, but I still want to hang out with Mike, so we switch games. But functionally speaking, it's kind of the same shit. We need to raid someone. Specifically, we need to raid someone doing something Warhammer related. So I'm going to go search for that, and I'm going to raid them, and that'll get you some points for the next Town of Nowhere stream when it happens. I will do a little bit more work on it tonight, probably before I go to bed. But then I'm going to go find someone. Remember, the magic phrase that you need to say is Magnus did nothing wrong. M-A-G in U.S. did nothing wrong. Who even is Magnus? I don't have time to explain who Magnus the Red is. Suffice to say that he arguably did things wrong. Armin did some things wrong. Discourse raid. I'm about to raid someone. I'll see you guys next time, which is probably tomorrow. I'll see you guys later. Brrr.